You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What if one signature change could redefine Emma Raducanu's career? What if walking away from Nike is actually the smartest move she could make? And what if her next chapter mirrors the most iconic sponsorship shift in tennis history, Roger Federer's? Sometimes, the most powerful moves in tennis don't happen on the court. They happen quietly, behind closed doors, with a pen, a contract, and a vision for the future. And according to new reports, Emma Raducanu may be on the verge of making one of the most symbolic decisions of her career, decision that could mirror Roger Federer, decision that could reshape her brand, her identity, and her next chapter in professional tennis. According to tennis insider Craig Shapiro, host of the Craig Shapiro Tennis Podcast, Emma Raducanu is set to end her long-running partnership with Nike and sign with Uniqlo beginning in 2026. Shapiro posted on social media, "Just hearing Raducanu to at Uniqlo USA for 2026. When asked if the deal was finalized, his response was short, direct, and explosive. It's done. No official announcement yet. No press release. No confirmation from Raducanu's camp. But the tennis world is already buzzing. Because if true, this isn't just a sponsor switch, it's a statement." Emma Raducanu's relationship with Nike isn't new, it's deeply personal. She signed with Nike before turning professional, back in 2018, years before the world knew her name. Even earlier than that, she made her ITF Junior Circuit debut in 2015 at the Nike Junior International in Liverpool on her 13th birthday. Nike was there, before the US Open, before the endorsements, before the pressure, before the spotlight. For many athletes, that kind of loyalty lasts a lifetime. But sometimes, growth demands change. Everything changed in 2021. Emma Raducanu shocked the world by winning the US Open as a qualifier, one of the greatest Cinderella stories in sports history. Overnight, she became a global superstar, a marketing icon, a symbol of modern tennis. And with that came pressure, unreal expectations, constant scrutiny, and a microscope over every move, on and off the court. Chart decreasing the reality, a career still in progress. Fast forward to 2025, Raducanu finished the season ranked world number 29, not a failure, not a collapse, but not yet the sustained dominance many expected after New York. Injuries interrupted momentum. Coaching changes slowed progress. Confidence fluctuated. And through it all, one thing remained constant: her public image, often louder than her tennis. Counterclockwise arrows button. Why this sponsor switch matters so much. This isn't just about clothes, it's about control. Nike is massive. Nike is powerful. Nike has hundreds of athletes. Uniqlo is selective. They don't sponsor many tennis players, but when they do, they build brands around them. Crown the Roger Federer blueprint. Let's talk about the comparison everyone is making. Roger Federer. In 2018, Federer shocked the sports world by leaving Nike, the brand he had worn since he was a teenager. He signed with Uniqlo instead. The time, critics questioned Itino logo during matches. No shoes included. Was it worth it? History answered that question. Federer's Uniqlo deal became one of the most lucrative and iconic sponsorships in tennis history. More importantly, it gave Federer freedom. Freedom over branding. Freedom over presentation. Freedom over legacy. And now, Emma Raducanu may be following that exact path. Brain why Uniqlo makes sense for Raducanu. Uniqlo's philosophy is different. They focus on clean design, timeless style, long-term identity, global appeal beyond sport. Raducanu isn't just a tennis player, she's British, multicultural, fashion-forward, global. Uniqlo doesn't just sell performance gear. They sell story. Thread a brand that lets athletes be themselves. One key difference with Uniqlo: they don't overload athletes with branding obligations. Less noise. More focus. Cleaner visuals. For a player like Raducanu, who has often been overwhelmed by attention, this matters. It's not about being everywhere, it's about being right. Eyes. Which other tennis stars wear Uniqlo? Uniqlo has been extremely selective in tennis. Some notable names associated with the brand: Roger Federer, the face of Uniqlo tennis. A small, elite group of international players. Carefully curated ambassadors rather than mass signings. Uniqlo doesn't chase hype. They invest in identity. If Raducanu joins them, she wouldn't be just another athlete. She would be a centerpiece. Fire a reset for 2026. Let's be clear. 2026 is shaping up to be a reset year for Emma Raducanu. New season. New expectations. Potentially. New look. Athletes often use visible changes to signal internal ones. New coaching teams. New training blocks. New equipment. And now, possibly a new sponsor. Direct hit. Why this could actually help her tennis. There's something psychological about change. A fresh start. A clean slate. Stepping away from Nike, a brand tied so closely to her teenage rise, could help Raducanu, mentally separate from the pressure of 2021. Reclaim ownership of her journey. Shift focus from hype to performance. Sometimes, shedding history allows growth. Globe showing Europe-Africa the business side no one talks about. From a business standpoint, this move is massive. Raducanu is still one of the most marketable athletes in the world, despite ranking fluctuations. Her appeal spans sports, fashion, youth culture, global markets. Uniqlo, a Japanese powerhouse with international reach, understands global storytelling. This could be a career-defining partnership beyond tennis. Puzzle piece. Timing is everything. At 23 years old, Raducanu is still incredibly young. Her story is far from finished. This isn't a farewell move, it's a repositioning. She's not chasing nostalgia, she's building longevity. Brain lessons from Federer's playbook. Federer didn't leave Nike because he needed more money, left because he wanted alignment. Alignment with who he was becoming, not who he used to be. If Raducanu is indeed making this move, it suggests maturity, awareness, and confidence in her long-term vision. Tennis. What comes next? If the report is accurate, expect official confirmation closer to the 2026 season. A redesigned on-court look. Massive media attention. Comparisons to Federer everywhere. But more importantly, expect Raducanu to step into the next phase of her career on her own terms. Crystal ball. Final thoughts. A symbolic shift. Sponsor changes don't win matches, but they signal intent. They show how an athlete sees themselves. Emma Raducanu isn't running from pressure, she's redefining it. And if she truly mirrors Roger Federer's iconic move, history suggests this could be the beginning of her most authentic chapter yet. Emma Raducanu doesn't need to repeat 2021 to succeed. She needs to become the best version of herself, now. And sometimes, the first step toward greatness is changing the uniform. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.